straighten your back, girl. Get your back straight, yeah, and be outside if you are being inside, okay? And if you're an outsider, please, can you come back inside kidogo?
Take a
Kaa
moment.
chini, uangalie kunaendelea aje huku.
You're probably outside because you don't like
Hey.
being alone with your thoughts. I know somebody who's always sherehe because he even told me if I stay at home with my thoughts, I'm going to get depressed. But that's where the work starts.
Yeah.
Keti chini,
Think
with
about
all your demons and all of them and your problems. Start making a plan.
Yeah.
Just start. Hi, we are Two Baddies, One Mic.
And welcome to episode 24. Tumesonga this season. Anyway, my name is Kathomi.
My name is Turi Faye, and first of all, thank you for all the love. Thank you for the subscriptions. Thank you for the comments. Just thank you for engaging with our content.
We appreciate it. What TikTok to now checky.
Every video we post does not flop. Our God does not wear flip-flop. He can never flop. Yeah.
You can always call him Peter Pata because na Peter tunapata. We love that. Yeah, I'm in my corny era. And speaking about corny eras,
today we need to talk about main character energy. I know we've heard it, we've related with it. You're like, you know what, this 2025, it's my year. I'm the main character. I'm no longer a side character in somebody else's story. It's just me. And I get that and I applaud that. T, as in, do you. But now we have to talk about how I think we've been abusing main character energy. Because at what point does it stop being main character energy and just become annoying?
Girl.
Like, tone it down. Like, calm down.
Okay.
Relax.
Okay.
So I think we're just going to start by describing what exactly is main character energy.
Okay. I feel like main character energy is almost like a spotlight effect, right? It's almost like there's a light shining just at you and the stage is just you, right? When you see a film set or a theater hall, na stima inapandia tu mtu moja, it is you. It is you. I am me. And nobody else is on set. It's just you. And sometimes it's the overly indulgent form of like, look at me. It's me doing me. Almost ignoring everyone else, and literally everything else falls on the wayside because it is your word, it is your gospel, it is your era, it is your vibe, it is you. And to an extent, when it started out, I feel like it was innocent enough.
Yeah.
Because it started out with like that whole fanfic, like book talk people, right? Because a lot of people were like very low self-esteem. You're always in your head. You're always like, oh my God, like, can I, will I, shall I ever? And people are like, girl, you need to get out of that funk. You need to start embracing who you are. You need to start living your life as if you are the star of your own movie, because
I gotta put me first.
Yes, because your life is your movie. So you need to start acting and living according to that. And that was where the genesis of it was. It's just like people had low self-esteem. You're always looking at others like, oh, I want to be like, I want to be like, I want to be like, but like, why don't you want to be like you? Why don't you make you the kind of person that you want to be, right? So I think that's where it started, and then it just morphed into what it is now.
And for some people, like having aura, it's something natural for them. They're just people who just radiate confidence. They're outspoken, they're extroverted, and even if they're quiet and introverted, they just have this energy of, I'm cool like that. So for some people, it's just very natural. But when you see something and you're like, you know what, I need to work on myself, so I'm going to try and emulate that, that is all good. We are all constantly trying to be a better version of ourselves. However, we have to take to ask the question of, is it about you finally having confidence in yourself, or is it you faking confidence and using this newfound fake confidence to put others down?
Ooh.
Because for some people, it comes out like that. Like, I can't express myself without putting someone else down. I can't just exist without making fun of somebody else. It's like comedy. It's at the expense of somebody else, but there's always that line that great comedians will not cross. However, you in your newfound confidence, in your main character energy, you don't know how to exude that confidence without putting somebody else down. Like, I am so much better than so and so and so and so.
Yep.
At least my life is going great compared to XYZ. Guy, you don't have money. I could never panda amatatu because of no.
And you find that even with people on the same level, it's almost like, okay, I'm doing the things you're doing, I'm achieving the way you're achieving, like we are at par. But somehow you always find the need to knock someone a peg. Like you always feel the need to like knock. Yeah, you bought a car, I bought a car, but like you bought a Kadudu and I bought a Range Rover. We're not the same, girl. Like
your boyfriend bought you that. Me, I worked hard. Me, I worked hard for my money.
Yeah, I put in the work. I put in the work. You came to the event that I came to, but like I'm in VIP because I got the tickets for free because I know the artist. Like I know who's performing, and you had to buy yours. Honey, we're not the same. I have backstage access and you don't. That of you're on the same level, we are doing the same thing, we are currently at par, but you still feel the need to knock someone down a peg for your own ego. And I get that sometimes because of the whole re-envisioning of your life, you feel like you have to stand up for yourself, like put your back straight, girl. Straighten your back, right? But like straightening your back sometimes can come from, yeah, they're doing well, but I'm also doing okay. But now when you go to, they're doing well, but I'm doing so much better than them, and like everybody needs that line again. It's a line. Toad it very carefully. Otherwise, you just end up becoming a mean girl that no one wants to hang out with, regardless of all your accomplishments. Mean boy, a bully who no one wants to hang out with simply because, okay, yeah, she's cool, like she's achieved all those things, but I don't want to hang out with her because every time I hang out with that person, I always feel bad about myself. And I don't want that for myself.
And even me at my big age, as recent as last week, I am still getting very interesting experiences. So I think I've mentioned it earlier. Like if I want to be more confident, I'll hang out with more confident people. And this person, in our field, very accomplished in our field. So I got to interact with her and was like, oh, she's cool peeps. And I really genuinely wanted to be her friend just because, she's a cool person. But at the same time, in case you didn't know, I'm very awkward socially. I'm a very socially awkward person. So even like striking a conversation with somebody, it is draining the life out of me. I'll get out of there and go take a nap because that was a lot. So I strike a conversation with her, we're just kicking. And then we were in a group setting. I was saying something. And then she said something very mean about me. She said, udemanongeaga mob. From anybody else, I would not have taken it seriously. Because, okay, whatever. So you won't get more beer. But because it was somebody I really genuinely look up to, it kind of struck a nerve. I was like, immediately I was like, oh, did I do too much? Did I talk too much? And it stressed me. And then I was like, okay, maybe I was doing too much. Nikalenga. And then we had a second interaction. And me wanting to put all of this behind us because I really want us to be friends, I say hi to her, and then I said, oh, I really love your skin. And I also love how you have just one skin tone, because that's a huge compliment. Like, I have like 17 shades, but she has just one skin tone from head to toe. So I'm like, first of all, you have just one skin tone. I love that about you. So I thought complimenting me, and then she was like, as opposed to, and she said it loudly, and then went on and said, "Bebe, you're new shamba." So immediately I'm like, oh, this is not going well. So immediately I was like, oh yeah, this is not a good thing. Now I'm going back, but I'm sitting down like, okay, that was weird energy from her, because I was just radiating positivity and also adoring the fact that she walks into a room and everything comes to a standstill. She just has very natural main character
Charisma.
energy. But at the same time, because she is who she is, anyone else is like coming for her, like very defensive about the fact that she's the main character. So anything she perceives as, you know, she'll oh, you're doing too much. Any chance to put you down in front of other people, she's going to use it because she already has that adoration and admiration from everyone else. So now I just sat down. Yeah, that was yesterday. I just sat down with my feelings. Hey, interesting. Interesting way to use your power.
Yeah, I hate to admit the fact that there's some environments which are, which are just, I'm sorry to tell you that, girl. Some environments are just like that. Because I remember working at a particular place and it was exactly same script. Like she was a gorgeous girl. She had the most perfect voice. Like everything about her just exuded like sexy, confident, you know, whatever. But she was always so insecure and weird. So oftentimes, like if you felt like you were going to be, I don't know. I'm trying to. If it felt like you were close enough to her level, she would always find a way to again
push you down,
just chip away at your confidence to the point where you're like, yeah, maybe this is not for me, and that happens quite often. Starting rumors, like she was a very interesting character. She's starting rumors. She's always like trying to collect data about you. I'm like, girl, I'm just existing. You know, I'm just living my life. So I think you also need to look at it from the perspective of, yeah, she's probably going through her own shit as well.
Yeah.
This has absolutely nothing to do with you. This is just her. And don't take that bait of now being recluse and going inwards. Because that's exactly
and I was actually like mad at myself because I was like,
doing.
This was not
that
about
is the
me.
agenda.
It was a them thing.
That's their agenda.
And I got mad. I'm like, why did I make, you know?
Yeah. Switch your battery, bitch.
Yeah.
Get your shit together. Otherwise, you end up being the exact same shell of yourself that you have worked so hard to get out of that space, and now you're pretty much going backwards.
Yeah.
So sometimes just realize, simply because someone else is mean and weird and bitchy doesn't have to do with you. They're just their own issues. Let them deal with that. If you realize it's not working out for you and this supposed friendship isn't going to work out, then it's okay too.
It's okay
Like, there's so many other people you can be friends with. Like, find another one. Pick another one who doesn't have the same skin tone head to toe, but like is a nice and kind person. Because at the end of the day, you realize that unfortunately these things build up, right? It builds up. So today she'll be a bitch about this one thing, and then tomorrow she'll do something else, and then tomorrow, but like what you don't realize is subconsciously you're also attracting this. Oh no, she's always so mean to me, and you start to now be even scared of being around her.
Yeah.
Yes, you're dimming your light, which is absolutely nonsense, garbage behavior. Okay, don't do it. Don't do it. And speaking about it, because unfortunately women are who they are, and men, well, humanity is what humanity is. I've also realized this whole thing of like, I'm in my da-da-da era, usually emanates from something shitty has happened, and you're trying to force yourself into getting out of that funk. For instance, I'm in my, I don't, let me try and find one that is relatable to this conversation. Like, I am in my homebody era, right? I'm in my homebody era. And granted, nothing better than being a homebody. Oh, child. Nothing
certified homebody
better than being a homebody. Just being yourself in your own space can be very, very helpful, and it helps with your mental health. But like, are you in your homebody era, or are you afraid to go outside? Are you in your homebody era, or did you have a really terrible experience the last time you were outside and now you're like, oh girl, I need to stay back? Like, have you now locked yourself back in the name of I'm trying to be in my safe space? Bitch.
Are you romanticizing not trying out better things? You know?
As I said, for me, straighten your back, bitch. Get the fuck back outside, okay? Be outside, interact, new network, do what you need to do. You can't always take that as, it's not, but honestly, sometimes being a homebody is not that big of it's not as big a compliment as you think it is. For some people, it's okay to be a homebody because really, truly,
you've been outside.
Like, you do it too much. You need a second, okay? But like for you, who is just trying to shrink and shrivel and be in your house, Netflixing and chilling, chilling when you should really be outside networking simply because someone was mean to you. Oh, someone said something mean to you? Oh, how sad. Oh, so now you're going to never be outside. People need to understand that creating a safe space for yourself doesn't mean creating a safe space for yourself in one place. You're creating a safe space for yourself within yourself, such that you carry it with you wherever you go, right? If you are in a place where people are being bullies and weird, you have a safe space within yourself where regardless of what's going on around you, you're going to have a good time.
You're not shaken.
You're going to have a good time.
Opinion.
You
that
are
is
absolutely
main
going to have a good time. Because I remember I used to do that thing where it's like, because it was so weird, like just people just being strange and just awkward. The rumors, the drama, all of that shit was going on. And I remember saying that, hey, look, you need to be here for sure. This is work. You need to be here. You can't now run away from it. So what are you going to do, Kathomi? You're going to straighten your back,
show up,
have a good time regardless of what's going on around you. Someone said mean things about you on the corner there, you heard it.
That's them thing.
It's okay. Let them. At the end of the day, they're just people who can't help themselves but be just weird. So you need to get yourself together and find a way to just keep that safe space around you at all times. Find people who you relate with. Find friends who are more up your speed, right? Who you have more banter with, and then try as much as you can not to make that weird energy come into your conversation where it's like, oh my god, did you see what she did this time? Did you see what did you clock it? Did you
shut up. Shut up.
That's a you thing. You need to do that at home. Okay? You need to go back home, find the people you talk to and talk to them. Don't drag that energy around you all the time. So I think let's try and be more discerning of the fact that, are you really in your XYZ era, or is this a coping mechanism that you have created for yourself because you're too scared of being the big girl that you need to be? Okay.
Yep.
Let's get serious.
Because the energy you talk about always, that's what you attract.
Get it together.
You're always complaining about something.
Get it
Trust
together.
me, tomorrow you'll still have something to complain about, because that's all you're seeing.
Rono said it millions and one times. If you do not learn the lesson, the universe will keep giving you the exact same lesson until you learn it.
Until you learn it.
So for how long? For how long are you going to be running away and evading? Get it together. Hata wewe jaribu kuwa mean one day. Wonder how it feels. How does it feel to be me? How does it feel to be on the top of the what do you call it? Of the predator list. What do you call it? Top of the top of the pyramid. How does it feel to be the king of the jungle? Yeah? Try it. See whether it works out for you. And then, proceed from there.
Yeah. And also we have to ask, is it main character energy or are you being a pick-me-sha? Because there's also that. If you're doing it for yourself, the intention behind this new main character energy is very important. Am I doing this for self-growth, becoming a better version of myself, being more confident, focusing and locking in on what I'm doing? Or am I doing this because this is how you get into the men? I'm here for the niggas. That's why we're here. And it's very... The thing is, I don't know why we lie to ourselves when we're doing things that nobody's going to know. It's usually very obvious when you're doing something for the validation of everyone else.
Yep.
When it's not... the same way you can tell someone is not being genuine about something is the same way we look at you and like, oh, okay, she's doing this because of XYZ. You're trying... You're trying to do this because of the validation of the male gaze. You found you're in a new era. I'm going to be doing this. I'm
in my baddie era.
Even in your friend group, you go outside and you're kicking about, you're just laughing with the niggas at the expense of your friends. That's not main character energy. That's just you being a mean pick-me-sha. You're in a group setting, you're causing rumors because you want to get with XYZ, but you can see they're not interested in you like that. So you're going to start scheming, plotting. Oh, I'm in my plotting era. You're plotting somebody else's downfall. Anyway, that and I'm in my scheming era. Kumbe, you're going after someone's husband. What? This is what you schemed?
Yeah.
I'm in my Olivia Pope era. Whole time you're sleeping with a married man.
In my toxic era, girl.
What do you mean you're in a toxic era? Why? Why would you want to be in your toxic era? Biohazard.
I've seen a story on TikTok, I think today or yesterday, where this girl was describing a story of someone. She was walking. Alikuwa tu anatembea. Girl, if you watch our podcast, I'm sorry, I'm replicating. Story ni story. Anyway, so she was walking, I think somewhere, some mall, right? And as she was walking, she saw these 3 girls. So 2 of them had wigs on and one had braids on. Na zilikuwa ile kale ka level ka tunaona the hair. The hair is, unajua when the braids start blending into your hair.
Si kama zako mpya. Very nice.
Fresh. But it looks kind of cool. It looks kind of like this rugged vibe going on, right? So as they're walking, the 3 of them, these 2 are like, hebu twende tuingie kwa hii shop pale bo, because unahitaji wig. Place yenye tunaenda, you can't be wearing that kind of hair. Hizo braids zako hazitakubali uingie uko. Like kwenye tunaenda, watu wenye tunaenda kutana nao, the people we're going to meet, you're not going to be impressive if you're wearing your raggedy box braids. Na wanamtembeza wanamwingisha kwa shop.
Wananunua ama ni ananunua?
And the questions begin there. First of all, fuck those bitches. Why are you here? No, for them we can clearly see they are problematic. We unapelekwa kwa duka ukiwa umechipwa. Let's stop allowing ourselves to be victims of a bad situation. And then you're like, yeah, they're just trying to help me glow up. These are my friends. They're just trying to make me like be in my body. Wewe umevaa box braids, ukivaa ulikuwa very happy. Ukienda kwa salon kushukua hizo nywele ulikuwa very happy.
Yeah.
Okay? Wao wakienda kufanywa hizo mawig installations, they were very happy. Why does it now have to be that you have to be on the level of happiness that they're on? Good friends I get there's a difference between you trying to upgrade your friend, but there's also a way in which someone can say things and try to upgrade you and fix you. That's just them being a bully. Like, you're allowing bullies into your life in the name of, yeah, they're my friends, they want better for me. But do they?
Like, if you know my financial situation is bad.
Forget even financial situation.
And every day I come with my kawig. You go out of your way to make it a conversation forever. Ako kawig, ni kabaya. I'm like, girl, why would you do that?
Forget even the money. It's just like, why can't you accept me for who I am? You know, me nikiamka nikikuja kukutana na nyinyi nilikuwa happy. I was very confident in my hair, right? If I wasn't, ningebomoa, ningeenda I could have done something to change it. So me and my confidence and my happiness to come and hang out with you guys today has now turned into, utatukuta ni tubaya, ebu tuingie hapo tengenezwe. Why does it have to be at my detriment that we are now being friends? Like, why does our friendship have to be me being inconvenienced for you to shine? You know what I mean? If you're going, go. If that place doesn't allow for people like me,
go.
Don't let me. Acha nikae nyumbani.
Hata haungeniambia.
Kulikutu kwingine. Like, why are you trying to involve me in your plans that are just detrimental? Like, for me,
ama wanaenda the bag.
It grinds my gears. Hata the bags kuna wagana watu wameketi huko chini. Kwani kila mtu anakujanga
lazima mtakuja kwa spotlight.
Kwani lazima kila mtu akwe
afinyane na DJ wafanye hivi.
Mohamed anaitangwa aje msichana. Nimesema Moisha. I don't know. Does everybody need to be Moisha? Girl, some of us are back there sitting enjoying ourselves, right? How many times have we seen in the corner of the camera the girl from Mic Check podcast ako tu huko kwa corner. She looks good, by the way, but do you see her hapo ana fight for space hapo kwa DJ? No.
I saw her co-hosts saying atiye huiva occasionally.
But then she looks so fat. By the way,
Jackie hang out na nakatu bila
anataka at the bag. Awezi amini it's the same girl unaonanga pale Mic Check podcast. I'm a chill too. I'm a chill too. And my point is, first of all, she looks good regardless. Hata akiwa Mic Check podcast anakanga vizuri. All we're saying is that she also gets like her self together. Like, she puts on a little dress, she puts on a little makeup. Like, she looks good when she goes to the bag. But si kila mtu lazima kuwe hapa mbele. We can also be uko kwa viti. Yes. Okay, we can also be in the location, at the location, in the seat. Okay, I don't understand why you have to put your friend down or you have to put someone down simply because you want them to be aesthetically what you think will work. Okay, wacha watu wa breathe.
And also, it's not always
Let your
about
coochie
you.
breathe.
It is not always about you. And until uketi tu ukae tu ufikirie useme by the way, it's not always about me. Different people have different things they're dealing with. It is not always about you. When I say this, I mean it's your friend's graduation, but you have gone out of your way to make sure that you have a better dress than her. You're going to come and take away all the attention from her. I'm not saying your friend is insecure. All I'm saying is you intentionally went out of your way to outshine her on a day that was very special to her. It's your friend's birthday. I know this is controversial. About you remember that birthday girl who was mad at her friends because her friends came looking, bad. They looked cute, but she didn't look as good, and then she was mad at her friends. That's different. It's your birthday. Kona ndio tunaenda out, pia wewe kujua umeshine kama birthday girl. Si kuvaa sweatpants alafu na tukasirikia sisi tumevaa minisketi. But if you went out of your way, you even got a princess tiara, na sio birthday yako idherero, that is, you're trying to make yourself the main character energy, the main character in a place that is not about you. I go down rabbit holes when it comes to weddings. My mother-in-law ordered a white dress. And I'm like, why? This is not your wedding. It's the bride's day. Aende ashine uko peke yake. Why would you be in white? Why would you be in a wedding dress adjacent, hata kama it's in lilac or whatever? Why would you be in a flowy, like dress that looks like a gown on somebody's wedding? Hata kama useme, oh no, I had no intentions. The intention is very clear. We can see it. As in, we're not dumb. Everyone can see what you're trying to do. You're not fooling anyone.
And speaking of people trying to outshine others, I know when life is such that you want to be vocal, you want to be consistent, you want to just live your best life. It's important for you to realize that, again, you can have your own thing without having to involve everybody else, right? You can be marriage content creator without having to be in everyone else's marriage content, right? Like you can be a makeup baddie on socials without having to collaborate with every single person or try and keep mentioning them. Unawashinda tu ukiwaleta kwa story zako.
You can be a podcaster without using your friend's stories.
Well, that one's difficult. Hiyo ni ngumu. That one is difficult because the material.
This is our life.
The material
Our
keeps presenting
experience.
itself. Okay.
We will change it.
The material is the material.
We will call you Kamau.
Yes, we will call you Wanjiru and Wetherero. But like for me, it's the thing of I don't know. There's like there's a way in which you can try to be the unique version of yourself without necessarily borrowing too much from someone else that it now looks like you're copy pasting. Like it's okay to just be you, right?
The thing is, even if you copy somebody, you can't copy their personality,
character,
aura,
vibe,
energy.
even the way they articulate. I think it's important for us to also just be okay with just being original. Kidogo tu, ongeza tu kidogo originality. And I know I saw Victoria, the CEO of Titi and Rispa and the rest. I saw her stories yesterday, and she was talking about the fact that some people just are not creative; they borrow, right? But borrow like Steve Madden, okay?
Put a spin on it. Make it about
doesn't even have to be a huge spin. Just enough that it's not outrightly, yeah. Yes, Chanel tunaona hii kiatu ni Chanel.
You are inspired. Be inspired.
Tunaona hii kiatu ni Chanel. Lakini imewekwa label ya Steve Madden. Why? Because I have created so many different variants of the same thing. Wao walitengeneza moja, mimi nimetengeneza kaa tatu. Like borrow like Steve Madden. And I really liked how Victoria said, creativity is hard. So let the people who want to work hard, right? Let the people who want to work really hard and create original content, let them. And then you just a little bit, borrow.
Be inspired.
Okay, be inspired by other people. However, when now you are trying to be inspired by other people, and you have gotten the inspiration,
Mm.
but you're starting to feel like, yeah, but I'm a better you than you.
With what? You know?
Does it have to get to there? Like,
True.
was it necessary for it to get to there? We can see you've borrowed. Nani vizuri kuborrow. Uko inspired. It's good. But like, do you have to then now shit on your blueprint? Do you know?
Yeah.
Be kind to one another. I know Ellen was not the kindest, but she did make a very valid point by saying being kind to one another, because at the end of the day, the only thing we can have is kindness. No, it's very difficult to be original. It's very difficult to just be like the version of you that only exists. You're one of one. It's difficult because every idea you have, 10 other people have had the same exact idea. So be mindful of that. However, when you are in your bag now, don't be shitting on other people just so you look better. And you've seen this.
Don't
happening
call
a
other people
lot
poor
on social
or
media.
lazy.
Even with Caleb Hammer and Bradley, it's like the two of them create the same kind of content, just different fonts, right? One is like personalized story. So it's me being frugal, learn from me. And the other one is telling people, hey, look, umefanya hii, umefanya hii, umefanya hii, it's fucked up, right? But they're creating the same kind of content and gearing to the same kind of demographic, for lack of better words. However, the moment you start seeing people saying like, oh my God, you remind me of Nani. Oh my God, you remind me of Nani. You get so
When
irked.
comparisons are drawn.
You get so irked, you get so irritated that now you have to shit on the other person.
You don't have to.
And destroy them and obliterate them so that you remain now the one. No, it don't work like that. It's not right.
And also sometimes there are people who are just, what do I call it?
Yeah.
Sometimes let me say from my perspective, I find that given the opportunity, or if I allow myself, I can be very codependent on people. Like I will always go towards codependence in a relationship. So as I'm working on that, and I'm working very hard, so I'll find myself in what do you call it? Side character. You're a side character in somebody else's main story.
Yeah.
And what you find in that situation is you start feeling like, it always irks you because you're like, I need to work on myself so that I am an individual. Mimi kama like Faith, I am an individual first before I am a mother, before I am a partner, before I am a sister, before I am this and this and this and this. Like my identity is solid before I start becoming these other things for other people. So when you work on yourself like that, inwardly like that, you no longer find the need to ride on other people's identity, because that's as simple as it is. Like you're always the best friend, you're always the helper, you're always the assistant, and you know very well that you should also be taking space. And it can be difficult, especially if you've allowed yourself to just be comfortable in that position of, somebody else is always doing it. I'm just here for assisting. You become very resentful with yourself and even with the people around you, because you're like, why is it not working out for myself? So if you find yourself always in the side character in somebody else's grand plan,
Extra.
before you start acting weird and moving weird and start sabotaging things, because that's where saboteurs come from. You're not, it's somebody else's dream. You're driving even your husband has his grand plan of what his life is. You do not. You're simply there. So unapata unaanza kusabotage mambo yake because it's not about you. So instead of sabotaging other people's dreams, work on you. That way, you're not resentful about other people. You don't find yourself just sat talking smack about somebody who has not done anything to you. Instead that they even help you. Like, you're the go-to. They're the go-to when you need somebody. But because you're so resentful, you keep talking trash about them. There's this babe who used to constantly like badmouth her friend to me. Like, even like how it's even her sponsor who's. And I sat down and I asked her, by the way, see, she's your friend. Like, why are you talking smack about her to me? And then tomorrow you guys are going to be together kicking. Like, I don't get that dynamic. So it's like, see, maybe find your own sponsor. Like if that's the problem, or you're so unhappy that she's living she's living a certain way because of a sponsor,
Yeah.
si pia wewe upate sponsor. Be the main character. Ili uwache that back and forth of I'm feeling some type of way because of this. Why not work on yourself first? Yeah.
Yes. Always remember that everyone's kind of like out for themselves.
True.
Right? Like everyone's out for themselves, everyone's out to take care of themselves. And yeah, sometimes I forget that that is the reality of life. That sometimes you're always helping, you're always reading. It's always
Side quest too.
camaraderie and like, you're always just like, yeah, group for the group. But if you find yourself in a situation where you realize that this is well,
So the group
maybe
is not working out.
Maybe it's time for you to start consciously thinking about it, because I feel like that lack of direction, initiative from within is part of the problem.
Yeah.
Sometimes you're so caught up in everyone else's story, caught up in everyone else's life, caught up in everyone else's stuff, without you consciously knowing that you are. So it's important to also kind of just start thinking inward, like start to think for yourself. Look, here's the thing. If you're always outside, it's time to be inside, right? But if you're always inside, it's time to go outside. Let's switch it up. If you're always looking outward, if you're always, reflecting on what other that, try and look inwards for a second. Try and take stock of what's going on for you first and stuff. That's the only way to truly be authentically a version of you that you're happy with. Oftentimes, the most genius ideas, the most genius plans, and the most genius personalities just tend to be in a moment of silence. When you really sat down and you thought about it, you realized, wait, that's grand.
Yeah.
But for some people, it takes you to be with other people for you to get these genius ideas, for you to get these genius. So just sit down and realize, what kind of a person am I? 1. How can I better myself? 2. I can be a main character, yes. But can I be a main character without necessarily shitting on everyone? Absolutely, yes. And when you really take stock of all these things, you will realize that there is always a better way of doing things that doesn't involve stepping on everyone else's neck.
True.
Okay? Simply because people in the comment section are saying step on us, we are your grass, doesn't mean you need to do it literally. Okay?
Don't do it to other people.
Step on our necks doesn't mean literal stepping on people's necks. And when you really achieve those things without having so much bad blood, so much enmity, so much carnage behind you, you are happier and you are better for it.
Not
right?
everything has to be a battle.
If you are leaving so many bodies, they're all dead, you realize you can't even be happy because everyone's plotting your demise. Everyone's plotting to put you down a peg.
We know somebody who's constantly paranoid.
Yeah. Well,
because
as well.
The babe who's always paranoid and talking about sabotage.
Yeah.
Because she has such a horrible track record.
You can't always have
everybody she has come across, she has done something dirty. Like she's done them dirty. So constantly, even with like pure coincidence.
Yeah.
Hata stima zikiweza potea, atasema my haters have come.
My enemies.
First of all, you ain't got haters.
If most of your life is just you
hauna fake friends
getting to your
at your big age, you're saying, oh, fake friends. You don't have fake friends.
I can imagine and I know
you're making things about
this
you
is relative, and for some people they like it.
Yeah.
But like, I hate people saying that I have haters. My haters, my ops, my haters. Girl, why do you have so many people who hate you? You know? Like, why does everybody hate you? Why do you have ops all around
you?
Hey, what kind of life are you living that you have a hater everywhere? You have an op everywhere. Why can't you just live a clean life? Hey,
just
no. Imagine no. Live a more authentic life that isn't about taking everyone down, and you will realize you are so much happier for it, right? Try and be outside. As I said, this is my final one. Straighten your back, girl. Get your back straight, yeah? And be outside if you are being inside, okay? And if you're an outsider, please, can you come back inside kidogo?
Take a moment.
Chini, uangalie kunaendelea aje huku.
You're probably outside because you don't like being alone with your thoughts. I know somebody who's always sherehe because he even told me if I stay at home with my thoughts, I'm going to get depressed. But that's where the work starts.
Yeah.
Keti chini,
Think
with all
about
your demons and all of them and your problems. Start making a plan.
Yeah.
Just start.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. And be happy for others when they glow. Because it's hard
Mhm.
to be happy for others. It's really hard. Because again, we all like to be center of attention. However, be happy for others. You know, when your time comes to, you will be happy if you
True.
don't. If someone did something amazing and you were like, oh yeah, that was so cool, and you really were happy for them, when it's your turn, you will actually feel genuinely happy because you're like, oh, I never thought I could do that, but now here I am, I have done it, and I'm happy better for it. But mtu akifanya kitu kazi yako tu, kwanza hata sijui, kwanza this ponyo, kwanza hata sijui alilala wapi, kwanza sijui nini. I don't know why people are fighting Claudia. Wachaneni na Claudia. Let Claudia be.
Claudia.
Naisawa.
Oh, she's doing radio.
Achaneni
That
na
is
Claudia. She's living. She's
Wamemwambia
achieving.
nini?
Hey, Claudia, she's always being dragged for some shit. Feel bad for her. Anyway, Claudia.
Achaneni na Aziad pia.
Okay, achaneni na Aziad.
Achaneni na yeye.
She's just a girl. Yeah?
She's just a young babe.
She's a girl.
And trust me, she's going to be 35 with her own talk show talking about it.
Yeah.
And she'll give advice. You know, as in it's only up for her.
Really, truly, she works very hard. She works very hard. And she puts herself out there. So, pia wewe, put yourself out there, see what happens, okay? Yeah, some sharks will bite eventually.
True.
That was the end of our show. My name is Katobi. We'll see you next week, same time, same place.
My name is Turi Faye, and the question we always ask is, did you like that? Bye.